Oh. Huh. Hold on, making my coffee. All right, we back. I need that kind of strong tonight too. About to sleep good. All right, man. Whatever. Oh Lord, already.
And we're back again.
Well, I'm going to get the shit started.
D-Mark got the heat.
What you saying now? I'm the man now. I be fly to the bird when I land down. Bands on down. I got hands down. Chopper hit on, we call that a man down. I keep them racks on me, but I don't rap for free. They say that I'm Hollywood, it don't bother me. Bitch, please don't follow me. I don't do no following. Only taking phone calls when that money calling me. Choppers as tall as me. Ballin', I gotta be. Niggas acting like bitches always got the tick. White on me, yo gotta expire me. I was just a youngin' tryna get it, yeah we gotta eat. First it be fiery, make these niggas get tired of me. You a worker, I'm a boss, nigga, you can't fire me. Keep green like celery, dodging all of these felonies. Killing them with my melodies, going hard like on every beat. Shot it, thought it forever be. Fans, they keep on telling me that I'm the hardest in the street. Wait till I hit the industry. At first they wasn't feeling me, now these bitches they feeling me. I'm on top where the ceiling be. They done made my night hearing me, but what you saying now? I'm the man now. I be fly in the bird when I land down. Bands on bands now, I got hella fans now. Chopper hit on, we call that a man down. I keep them racks on me, but I don't rap for free. They say that I'm Hollywood, it don't bother me. Bitch, please don't follow me. I don't do no following. Only taking phone calls when that money calling me.
Because you on iPhone, that's why I took.
Oh man.
No, for real though. It was me. I was screen sharing myself while I was playing the song over a screen share, if that makes sense. But either way, we got it together. Man, listen. What's going on, world? It's been a minute. People like, yo, why you ain't doing it? What's up with the gun line? Why you ain't been live? What's up? What? This, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I say, man, we gonna get this straight, man. You know, we done had a whole lot going on over the past couple of weeks. Oh, what makes you figure I got an iPhone? Oh, because if you like Glock, then you gotta have an iPhone. You know, because y'all bandwagon like that.
Oh man, hold up. Hey.
Listen.
Big Sig.
Man, hey, I tell you what though. It's been a busy couple of weeks, man. Between that and being can you close that door, B? And being tired and all this other stuff. iPhone is king. Oh my god. And there we are. And there bang 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 wagon. I like that. Hold on. Big, can you close that door? And I'm back. But yeah, man. So yeah, it's been like 2-3 weeks, man. No, I think it's been like 2 weeks. But it's been so much going on over the past 2 weeks, man, that it's just getting a little out of control, man. But a lot to get into it. But before we get into that, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Gun Line. If you don't know what the Gun Line is, it's where we talk about all things two-way, all things of the black community. And if you don't like what we got to talk about, turn this shit off.
Oh man.
But I got the whole squad, got my brothers with me. You already know who I am, Sean, but they call me Banks. And Mr. Superior WORLD.
You was good.
Chilling. Look like it's the Delta 8 edition of the Gun Line tonight.
Nah, I want to do that.
That hybrid edition tonight. And then last but not least, we got Gamer King.
Hey man, get you one of these. Get you one of these, man.
What is
Get
that?
you one of these. Hey man, it's an old fashioned.
Mm.
All my bourbon drinkers, man. Glasses in the air for that, man.
What'd you say you drinking?
An old fashioned.
Oh, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
It's old fashioned.
What you use? What you put in?
Oh, that's that Basil Hayden.
Oh,
I can't say too much other stuff, so if people start biting that shit.
I know, right? We need to get the drink a little bit of that, man. I don't know why.
It's all good.
But we did get some of that bourbon in, some of that Old Forester,
the Old Forester
concoction that Billy made with the apples.
Yo, she went crazy on that.
Then I finally kicked out the apple pie moonshine that's been gelling, since February.
Mm-hmm.
It was finally time to break that out. There's one half a gallon gone.
Charles Woodson, man, it's hard to find that Woodson whiskey.
Hold on, Brian, what you know about
You're
that?
right. That's hard to find.
Hold on, what you know about that? You ain't drinking no whiskey like that, Brian. You probably like Tuck, man, who drank tequila and stuff.
Oh, you gotta order it. You gotta send me. I didn't even know you go order.
Tuck drink Coronas. He that dude that be at the cookout just sitting on the side drinking Coronas all day.
Tuck with that. He got a Glock in his pocket and Alizé in his cup.
Not Alizé. At least I give him Corona. Damn, he give him Alizé. Tuck over there drinking. You said Tuck drinking Hypnotic.
Breon,
you got a number bottle of the first batch. Oh yeah, we gotta order that. Wait a minute, isn't that the bottle you couldn't find?
Some of that Charles.
No, you thinking about the Shannon Sharp joint, King?
Listen, I don't even talk about Shannon because I've yet to find Le Portier.
That's what it was, Le Portier. We was in Vegas and couldn't even find it.
I don't understand why. If somebody loves me, my birthday is tomorrow. I would love a bottle of Le Portier. So if anybody love me that much, I drink water. you old water drinker with lemon.
I gotta try that Woodson. Oh, you just
Speedy, I know you're watching. Good evening.
I want lemonade without the lemonade.
I want the lemonade with Splendor.
Right, without the lemonade.
That's me though.
Lemonade without the lemonade.
You get water with Splendor and then lemon. Lord Jesus.
Appreciate that, bro. We gonna turn down tomorrow. Turn down for what? Yeah,
What we
you
doing?
know, 30. Man, I think I'm 30. I'm
33.
33.
33, man. God damn. You only 1 year older than me, bro.
Bro, listen, man. You know, I just don't know. I'm 33
Damn.
tomorrow. You know,
I'm about to be 31. That's crazy.
3 shots. You know, but anyway.
For all those that didn't know, it's the December team over here.
Look,
My birthday is
oh
coming
yeah,
up on the 10th.
Keem next week too.
Shit, kind of crazy.
So you know, if y'all want to come spend some time with your boy. Tuck, you was not no damn 36,
no damn
bro.
36,
Who
Tuck.
you
Stop
went to
fucking
school with? Who
lying,
you
bro.
talking about?
This nigga Tuck, bro. I'm 36. No, Tuck, we went to school with you. We know how old you are.
Hey, Tuck do look 36 though.
Oh man,
That's it's a nigga at least 30.
at least.
Yeah, Breon. Hey, Breon, you look good, man. Look, I ain't know, bro. Breon to be 57, bro.
No, he's not.
No, he is not. No, he is not.
He is damn lying. He got to show his
That nigga said 57.
For Breon to be 57, boy, he look good, man. Nah, Breon like 40.
Man, first of all, Sean is the oldest nigga on the chat and in the chat and on the podcast, bro. This nigga, bro. Well, I reckon I'm gonna go ahead and give me some coffee. Go to bed. Go ahead, go to bed. Oh shit, 42. All right then.
Man. But yeah, man. So obviously, yeah, we ain't been here in a couple of weeks, man. People been blowing us up. What the hell we been doing between gun shows and more gun shows and classes?
Speedy, you right? You do look like a damn kid.
Speedy,
now go pick it up.
It's unreal how young I thought Speedy was when I met
him.
I was surprised. I didn't know.
I thought Speedy was like 20, like 24, 25 when we first met him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when I met Speedy, right? When I met Speedy, bro, like I was working at Safe Light, and I was the supervisor, the warehouse supervisor over there, and Speedy was the lead. And my first interaction with Speedy was, "So you're the new guy, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, whatever changes you want to make, I got your back." It just walked off. I was like,
"Hey, get a man applause. What a soundboard there, bro."
Oh,
that's a real one for your ass right there.
Hey, bro, I was like,
whatever changes you want to make, I got your back. And walked off. That's smooth. That's smooth.
And then obviously, you know, Speedy was a part of VTSA. It was still is, technically. For quite some time until he dipped off on me though. I'm like,
he did. Yeah, he ain't just dip off. The boy got low.
Yeah, boy, go. But Banks found a job, and yeah, tomorrow. I said,
he in GA.
Yeah, Speedy in GA.
Oh yeah. He got low for real.
Was like that though, but he doing good down there.
That conversation was funny though. He said, "I got an offer. You want to take it?"
I said, "Man, well, shoot, man, at least let me match it, bro." You know, I couldn't match that shit. And bro.
Look, King, we outside. Speedy walked back inside. Sean said, "Okay."
Hey, I can't match that one, but yeah.
Yo, that shit was funny, bro.
But anyway, man. Y'all ain't here for that. So the elephant in the room, Chesapeake, right? That's obviously that got to be one of the first things to talk about, because obviously, you know, we see what's going on in the world, right? And we brush it off to, man, that's over there in Colorado, or or Connecticut or LA or whatever the case may be. And we good, and it really makes people what's the word, complacent, right? We assume that. I'm like, man, I mean, that's over in them places and this, that, and the third. But we seen what happened at the Walmart, in Chesapeake, and now that's really close to home, right? We see when who was the first person to drop that? I don't even know, but
Bailey.
I looked at,
Barely dropped it.
Yeah, Bailey dropped it,
Yeah.
and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, like. You mean to tell me this happened this close to home, right? And I feel like for a lot of people that should have been an eye opener, that sense of security, right? Like you can just be anywhere. But this is stuff that we've been telling people for a long time now.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, right? Keem, you got the full story, man. So for the folks who's living under a rock or don't know all the particular details of what happened, man. Keem, do you have that stuff already?
I got it embedded in my head, honestly.
Run
Yeah.
us through, man. What happened that day?
Honestly, I didn't even. I'm not gonna say it was like big like that, but off topic, but on topic, we just came from Walmart earlier today, and they had all of the Walmart shirts that they had people putting pins on it. Like this is huge for this area. They were doing it in memory of the people that lost their lives in Walmart, in other Walmarts. But pretty much, like Sean said, everybody's kind of living under a rock down here in Chesapeake, which is about 15 minutes away from me. There was a Walmart employee. He had been there for quite some time. Kind of similar to the UVA shooting. The guy was being bullied. He had pretty much been, getting slandered with words, and he just got tired.
So he was the supervisor.
He was a manager. He was one of the managing supers. Yes,
and he was getting bullied.
Correct. Pretty much what Breon was saying. He was a law-abiding citizen. He had no prior records, no prior history of any type of assault, battery, nothing. Yeah, he was clean, solid man. And it just goes to show you that it doesn't matter what type of record you have. People, human, just we're unpredictable. You just never know. So.
I mean, kind of like it's an eye opener to let you know that it doesn't matter the age, that you can still be bullied in this world.
Right. So he had enough.
And speaking of age, how old was he?
31. He was 31.
31. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's literally right in our range.
Y'all can fact chat me, but I think he was 30. Yet Breon said
31.
Yeah. So he was being bullied, man. And he went to the store. They didn't release what store he went to, but he bought a handgun the same day of the shooting. And there's a video. I wish I should have got it up, but pretty much there's a video that happened, and one of the guys that was in the break room. This actually happened most of it happened in the Walmart break room. One of the guys had just left out. And he was on video thanking God. Like, he was like, I can't believe that literally just happened moments after I left the room. As soon as that guy left out, forgot the guy's name, but the suspect walked in, and they said the first shot was a direct headshot to one of the ladies there. And from there, he just started shooting all of the Walmart employees that I guess whoever was associated. I feel like at that point he had snapped, so I don't know if he cared who he was shooting. But he was going for the people that, was making fun of him and bullying him. But he ended up killing 6 Walmart employees, and including himself, at the scene. This all happened at 10:30, approximately 10:31 that night, literally before Thanksgiving. Not Wednesday. I was actually driving to Sean's house in the morning when I heard that that was going on, which is crazy. You know, people still shopping at 10:30. So you know, it's just wild to really, you know, try to grasp that. Like Sean was saying, we hear about all these things in LA and in these big time Colorado and Texas. It's 15 minutes down the road from me. So it's sad, you know, it's very sad. But like Kim was saying, you just never know what somebody's going through as far as, you know, people being bullied. You know, people are starting to take charge of these things, but, you know, in the wrong way, but people just snap. You know, people are truly snapping right now. And
right. And that's the biggest thing for me, right? So, you know, I hate to keep saying like mental health, but in a way, yeah, it still is not an excuse, you know, to do what you did, right?
Sean, did you see Ken and Sean? Did y'all see my post that I put a while ago?
Boy,
All right, so in this matter, I was pretty frustrated, you know, with everything going on. Because, of course, after this happened, everybody and their mama, Democrats, anti-gun, they were, oh, my God, we need to get rid of guns. We need to get rid of guns. So I'm going to give y'all basically a synopsis of what I said, you know, on Facebook. So I was like, okay, so let's stop all the sales of guns and take all the guns away. What does that solve? Question mark. And I, you know, for anybody that can answer,
elaborate on that, Speedy. Go ahead, King.
Oh, makes options on being bullied myself.
No.
Okay. So pretty much, I'm saying let's take all the guns away, and let's stop all sales and take all the guns away. What does that solve? Bad people with bad intention do evil things, as well as good people with no criminal history. People just snap, whatever you want to call it. There should be the same energy, if not more, addressing mental health, as Sean was saying. We hate to say, but there should be the same energy addressing mental health as gun control prevention. We're quick to talk about gun control prevention, but we yet to really understand and dissect why this happened. This happened because of something that mentally triggered this person. Not to say that mental health is the absolute end all be all, because at the end of the day, again, human nature is unpredictable, so we just don't know. But there was something psychologically that triggered that person to do what it was that he did. And pretty much, oh, go ahead.
No, so I was just going to say that. So the fact that he purchased a firearm same day, right? So that is nothing's going to come of that, but folks like, you know, legislators from Maryland and things like that, or people who think like that, right, are going to do nothing but use this as an example of why we should make changes to more like people in Maryland and in some other states, to where they gotta wait 7 days before they can pick up a gun and stuff like that.
Oh, I got a good one for what you just said about the Colorado and Broomfield, about just that switching the laws. My fault. Go ahead though.
So I just the number of So the number of things that they're going to try to do because of this, just in regards to, go with your mom. So just in regards to being able to buy a gun, you know, same day. Like I really, the first thing that I thought about when they mentioned that he had just bought that gun, right? Did they even say where he bought it from?
They didn't release the store. I didn't do like deep research on it, but I never saw where they released where he bought it from.
Well, I just hope it won't us. I don't think it was, but I don't. You know, I don't. I hope it's not. But at the end of the day, right? It's like, what argument could one have against that?
That's true,
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we as law-abiding citizens and people who are gun, enthusiasts, quote unquote, and enjoy our liberty, and our right to buy a firearm the same day or whatever the case may be, what could we really say to someone, right? Because Maryland's whole approach to being or making people wait the amount of time, right, that they have to wait is to deter people from making impulse buys to do harm to an individual. So what could we really say to that, right? Should they suggest that, right? And so I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, well, damn, Obviously, if a person still wants to do something, they'll just wait to do it, right? But in talking about impulse, and right on the spot, gratification or whatever the case may be, is like, what can we say really to combat that point? What is the argument, to that?
Oh, I'm sorry, I left out a key. I'm looking up some of the stuff now again. He actually had a note that was written of the specific people, I guess, that was bullying him as well. When the
I read about that.
found that gun. Yeah.
So he had a manifesto.
Kind of, sort of, not. Yeah, it wasn't like long and drawn out. It was just more so a list of people that he was looking to do harm to.
Well, right. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I didn't know what classified as a manifesto, so
just something to explain why I did what I did.
He said, and he wrote, "My only wish would have been to start over from scratch, and that my parents would have paid closer attention to my social defects."
Damn, that's deep.
That is deep.
Say that one more time for the people in the back. And
so he wrote, this is from what people, from what the police recovered, he wrote, and I think this was a note on his phone. I think the police, when they hacked his phone, they saw it. He wrote, "My only wish would have been to start over from scratch, and that my parents would have paid closer attention to my social defects."
Sheesh.
That's super deep.
What's crazy is if his parents are actually alive and that's the last thing they got to read. That's tough.
Sheesh.
Wait a minute.
That's a tough one. That's tough.
Wow.
I don't even really got much to say to that one. I
don't. Yeah, I can't. Damn, in a way, I almost feel bad for the boy. You feel me? Like, I understand. I hate that he did what he did, but I almost feel bad for him to write something like that. Wasn't long and drawn out, but it was probably his last thought. You know what I'm saying? It went through his mind when he decided to snap.
Like a year ago. No, it's not. No, it's not an excuse. No, and so obviously he was a different guy, right? We can kind of judge. We can kind of gather that much, right? He's a different guy. Probably just very. I'm sure socially awkward, but very good at what he does. Apparently, right? He's been doing it for a while. But same as in school and do we really want to have this conversation? I mean, we can go there, but
wait, hold on, what are you talking about?
So I'm waiting on my wife with these potatoes.
And he definitely, so as I'm reading more, he definitely targeted certain people. There was a person, I can't even pronounce her name.
Yeah, the people that was fucking with him, most likely. Yeah.
He actually told one of the people to go home. That's crazy.
It was a young lady, right? She
did
an interview and said, he pointed the gun at her, and then pointed the gun in the air, and then called her. Obviously, told her by name. I'm like, get out of here, right? Because she was probably, one of the people that was nice to him.
Which I would assume as well.
Bing wrote a lot in his Death Note. This is a lot of just psychological warfare.
I mean, we got time. Read it.
It says Bing, the last name Bing, his Death Note rambles at times. He talks about he says people unfairly compared himself to serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer and wrote, "I would have never killed anyone who entered my home." He also wished for a wife, but also wrote he never deserved one. He just what he's writing, like this guy is at a low point, and I feel like this definitely should have been seen by someone in his circle, and it was just overlooked.
You can say that, but you can't, man. If people can mask their emotions and feelings over the years, it becomes a part of you. You just know how to do it. You're probably crying on the inside.
The problem with that is, right, like for non-professionals, right, or friends and things, whatever the case may be, yeah, we can notice certain things and be like, hey, yeah, well, that's another thing too, is you probably didn't have a circle, quote unquote. But if a person is not willing to express just to what extent, you know, they are feeling something or can tell someone, right, whether it be somebody like their parents or, you know, whoever, I don't know, right, or the one friend that they may have, whatever the case may be, like nobody can really gauge that, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a tough responsibility to put on people, right, to say, hey man, you
Very
know,
true.
well,
very true.
But obviously, if we close enough and we see some fucked up shit between all of us, you know, I'm like, hey man, you good? You know, like our loved ones or whatever the case may be, you know. But just a individual, you know.
I guess to play the devil's advocate, though, you know, that's not just one person. There's multiple people, and now they're going back into their memory, like, oh, he did say that. There's a statement that when they were talking to him, you know, they were all joking around, and he was like, yeah, I don't have a social life. You know, stuff like that. Did they overlook it? Or it's just like, you know, how do we take that with a grain of salt? But now I can go back into my mind like, okay, these were the signs. I just overlooked it.
So Bailey says that there's a pending lawsuit. What is that? Oh. There's a pending lawsuit from an employee for, I think it's like around 50,000 or something like that. He said 50 million. All right, well that changes.
Oh, for that Walmart lawsuit? Oh yeah, 50 million.
So apparently people have escalated the situation or some of the things that he had been saying, right, or some of his actions to superiors and I'm assuming like human resources or something like that. But Walmart didn't do anything about it. So there's a pending lawsuit because of that. And so to your point now, I guess to what we were talking about, maybe allegedly now it has been noticed and people have taken actions to at least tell someone, you know. So I mean, now that's a different way of looking at it, you know. And if that is the case, right, and from what I understand now, that it has been brought to their attention multiple times that something is off. Now the ball does, you know, go into Walmart's court on that, you know, at that point, you know, or whoever this, you know, Walmart gonna pen it off on whoever the fucking head of human resources is.
Pretty much.
So yeah.
This is very like just dark and deep. There's another Death Note, and he's saying, sorry everyone, I did not plan this. I promise things just fell in place like I was led by Satan. Like, I feel like something like this though, like you can see. You're right. You know, it's just hard. You know, because we're not there, right? But I feel like this is so deep that somebody would have been like, you all right today? Like, what's going on? Like, I feel like you would be able to see that. Granted, being that he was a manager and he was there for quite some time, it's just tough. It's just very tough that I feel like people didn't see none of this because this is very deep for him to feel like that. He's been feeling like that. He felt like that for quite some time.
So kicking it in a different scenario, right? This is a true story, right? So for the longest time, right? I felt some type of way, and I felt personally responsible, and I don't know, how or why, whatever the case may be, but different scenario. Young guy, awkward, right? Or what I would presume awkward or different or whatever the case may be, right? Came in to purchase that shotgun, asking just a bunch of questions about the shotgun, right? Wanted to learn about the shotgun, and learn about the different types of ammo and things like that, and trying to not be judgmental or whatever the case may be, he buys the shotgun, he comes back again, it's like, hey, well, you know what? Just asking more questions about ranges and things like that. Nothing too out of the ordinary, right? But he buys the shotgun, and literally a day later, was it the same day? I don't know. Kills himself. With the shotgun that he purchased from us, right? And the only reason we knew that is because we got a trace on the shotgun. 2 weeks later, when we found that to be odd to have a trace on a gun so close to the date of purchase, right? Mm-hmm. So what do we do, right? And I try to replay things in my mind, like, well, did he say anything, right, that would have tipped me off, right? Did he make any I don't know, jokes or I don't know, right? I try to replay that stuff, right? And now on the flip side of that, right, we had an individual come in pissed off because she had just got it in a fight. So I want to buy a gun, right? And with that being said, we, Bill and I were like, no, we're not going to sell you a gun. You just got it in a fight. Of course not. We're not going to sell you a gun, right? And so I don't know. Did this gentleman, was he along the same lines, as the guy with us, right? Did he say anything, right? Or you try to replay that stuff, and I'm sure the inherently, right, the person who sold him the firearm, even if it's from a chain store, right? They see this guy's picture and they look and they say, "Oh shit, that's the dude that just came in," right? Naturally, like, whether or not, it's not really anybody's fault, but then they start replaying, damn, like, did he say anything to me, like, or am I going to get in trouble, whatever the case may be, and so we look at it from a multitude, of angles, and it's like, I don't really have, I don't know, man. I don't really know, what to say, because it's like, he never had any issues. He might have just been a weird individual, which we see people who are different from us all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things. And if a person is good, I'm not sure who said it, but if a person is good at masking how they feel, and what their intentions are. Like how do you really help that?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Breon said, "How did he not plan it?" And I agree right now. But he wrote a manifesto. He wrote a ton of stuff. I'll end with the last one. It says officials found on his phone, Bing allegedly wrote that the employees gave him evil twisted grins and mocked him. And he later said that's why they would suffer. That's why they would suffer the same fate as me. Bing wrote. Um, and he's writing multiple things, and this is probably over quite some time. Of what he's wrote. He also wrote "God forgive me for what I'm about to do." So he had been planning this out for quite some time. And as you said, yeah, he may have been good about masking that, but I feel like that at that level, I just feel like there might have been something that somebody could have seen closer to him, maybe family members, mom, dad, whatever it may be. I'm guessing somebody said Tuck said he probably didn't have a circle, which he probably didn't. I don't know who may have been close, but it's just tough, that at that point you can tell that it's messed up what he did, right? But he's also, off of seeing what he's saying, like he's mentally wanting some type of help, but nobody's helping this guy.
So Speedy, I definitely see your point, right? So Speedy said it's easier said than done, right? Being different or weak are some of the causes of bullying from random groups of people to even your own family. It's really difficult to express feelings when you know it wouldn't matter or adds fuel to the fire, which is why people keep to themselves. And that's a fair point. Damn, that's a fair point. And so the question is, I mean, what do we do? Right? The problem is not a gun problem, right? Yes, there's some hints of, or some big hints of mental health issues, which I, see there's a mental health problem. But what else is, I mean, outside of people being dickheads and assholes, I mean,
what can you do?
Right.
Good. Like what I said, let's take guns away. Let's stop all sales and take guns away. That same person that committed that crime with the gun, he's either going to wait to get a weapon from the black market, or we've seen people that had a stabbing. He stabbed over 40 people. It don't matter. People that want to do harm and have gotten to that level are going to find by any means necessary to commit harm. So, it's not a gun issue. If somebody wants to do harm, they'll figure out a way to do it. Especially on this level. This is a spiritual level. Like he's now talking on a spiritual level, talking about spirits and Satan, and this is a deep level. So he was ready to do whatever, and he was ready to lose his life for it. A person that is ready to lose their life is probably the most scariest person in the world.
Right. I mean, if they have nothing else to lose at that particular point, So on the flip side of this conversation, right, we tried to dissect the individual, himself, and which is not something that I don't think we're ever going to know to just the depths of what would trouble him, right? But on the flip side of it, to the people like you and I, right, this is just yet another example of why we need to take our defense system seriously, right? And another example of how to treat people better in general. All right. See, because I keep thinking about the young lady that he told to just go home. You know, presumably because she was just a kind person to him, right? And so those are things to really, like, I ain't gonna tell you, you know, like to you know, whatever, but be nice to people, right? Just treat people with respect as much as you can, right? So I'm gonna say that and then be done with it. Now, if we don't take our defense system seriously, right? Or we get half-assed with it and we say, "Well, I ain't gonna carry today," or "I'll be all right," or whatever the case may be. I'm just running to the store. I'm just running to Walmart. I'm just going to Target, whatever the case may be. You know, and things like this happen, right? We don't need to find ourselves, you know, in a situation, right, where we need our firearm but don't have it, you know, or some type of defense system. And you say, well, you shouldn't need a firearm just to go to the store. No, you shouldn't, but it's the world that we live in. You know, it's a reason why we conceal carry every day, right? We don't look for trouble, but these people didn't look for trouble, or other people in the world and in this country in particular aren't looking for trouble, right? Now, let's just say, right, had he not been very intent on who he wanted to harm and just wanted to harm people, right? That's a totally different scenario, right? That's an even worse scenario, right? He could have started with the people who he wanted and just branched out from there, right? Easily. So we just got to be thankful. I say be thankful, but be thankful that he didn't, I don't know, I'm not escalate, but it could have been worse.
The situation could have been worse,
you know. And it's like, I don't want to say that, and that should sound insensitive to the people that, or to the families that whom he did kill, right? But it could have been worse, you know. And obviously this is a reason why Joe Biden doesn't like semi-automatic weapons, you know.
And Sean, he bought it from a local store in Chesapeake, so they didn't release the name of the
Yeah, I ain't got but one down there, bitch, and that's a pawn shop.
Literally, yeah, in Chesapeake. So
yeah, so Superior Pawn, pretty much.
Probably so.
And you better hope Superior Pawn got their fucking record straight, because you know the ATF knocking that bitch down.
I'm surprised any other families is trending right now, haven't tried to sue Superior Pawn.
Oh, bro. Oh, I see. I have to get on that. You know, I'll be down there marching, because there's no fucking way.
The people of Uvalde, I mean, it's still been going around. They about to sue Smith and Wesson, and going back looking at any type of commercials from back in the 90s. You know, promoting, you know, guns and young adults. It's insane. You know, it's really insane.
I just, you know, you can't, if the only way the gun store itself can be held liable, right, is if they somehow botched paperwork or didn't do paperwork or background check on the individual, right?
When he brought that weapon, he was the same, had no criminal record. He was a regular citizen when he bought that gun.
Right.
The store didn't know he was going to do that.
So somebody was asking us, it was like, there's but so much we can do, right? If a person says or gives a hint that they're pissed off at somebody, they gonna get them back, or they seeking revenge, you know, like the young lady that came in who just got in a fight and said, I need to buy a gun, right? Obviously that's a situation where I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna sell you a gun, right? Because morally, that's the right thing to do, right? Because if that's the case, then obviously, if she does something to a person after blatantly saying something like that, right, their blood is on your hands, at least in that regard, right? Now, if they go out there and do something else, do something to the person with something else, then hey, at least you did your part to say, I'm not going to sell you a gun, right? But I mean, what can we do, right? We're not, we're not psychologists or psychiatrists. Like, we know that, hey, if you got a record, you can't buy this, right? If you say something stupid out your mouth, or hell, some stores are like, if you come in that bitch smelling like weed,
If you smell like marijuana, yeah.
Or if you come in there looking drunk, they ain't gonna sell you a gun, right? Things like that.
This guy did a good job though, because in the video, he was actually joking around with the people that he actually ended up killing before he even started shooting. Like, they literally showed him joking and laughing. So I'm sure at the store they had he probably did nothing that would have looked like, okay, maybe let's not sell him a gun. Like, maybe this, he was probably acting regular,
Right. So the shooter at UVA, right? Now the shooter at UVA that tried to buy a gun twice, right? He had some on his record.
Right. He actually had a felony, and
he had a felony on his record. And now the fact, all right. So hold on. So let's talk about that for a second, right? He tried to buy a gun twice with a felony on his record, right? I'm not understanding that, right? Because when we do background checks and you have a felony and try to buy a gun, state police in Henrico is up there before you can even,
before we hit submit.
So for some reason, is really mind blowing to me.
It's bizarre,
right? There has yet to been a case, right, outside of something that may have been outside of you done bought a gun already within 30 days, or something that is old, right? And they don't necessarily have the records, and they just deny you, but can sometimes reverse you. But if you have just a plain felony or assault or domestic violence, whatever the case may be, on your record, it won't even deny you. It literally just stays delayed until you in handcuffs, and then it's denied. So I really not understand how is he able to do that twice, with no repercussions. And then I just don't understand that part.
And then they dropped it, like Breon said. He got charged with a felony, and then they dropped it, which then allowed him to purchase.
Right. So the third time they eventually dropped it. Right. This is after the first two times that he tried to buy a gun.
Right.
But the purpose of that, though, like, my point is, there shouldn't have even been a second time to buy a gun with a felony. Because people, like, we got to go to court now for people illegally trying to buy a gun because they have felonies. So I just don't understand that part. I don't know. I'm just not getting what happened in that particular scenario.
Yeah, that was in 2021 when he did it the same year.
That nigga tried to buy a gun twice in the same year with a felony.
Yeah. See,
Jesus.
And that's another part, Breon. If you're too young,
it won't even let you submit the paperwork, or like digitally.
As the store or the representative or the sales agent, there is no time to put any paperwork in, because you see the age. Oh, hey, bro, you're not even. So there's no time to get denied. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Hey, man, we ain't gonna say no names, but we just had some company in the Hampton Gun Show essentially, selling guns with no background checks. People still trying to make $1. unfortunately,
Right.
doing it the illegal way. So it may have been somebody that, you know, trying to get through the way. It was a guy, matter of fact, up here in Newport News. His store got sieged, and he'll be going to jail for a while because he was doing illegal transfers because he won't, you know, doing it the correct way. You know, so it's, you know, everybody not like Virginia Tactical, unfortunately. You know, we're gonna do it by the book each time you come in. But there's a lot of stores.
Now, ATF, if you're listening, this is not me saying that I would do this. I'm just saying. This is a disclaimer, right? If I am going to do or sell you a firearm illegally, right, it won't be no $500 Glock. Like
Oh,
that
no.
Glock is
You talking
going
like
to
it's gonna be like a 40.
$6,000.
No,
Hey,
I'm thinking more like 45,000. Like it's
Like-
gonna be.
I just checked the ring.
There's no possible way I'm going to not do a background check over you for $500.
I just checked the ring. ATF at the shop right now.
You gotta fucking pop up the mom. Lord, not gonna
But no,
work.
that's facts though. People doing that, you know, it's crazy, man.
You know, yeah, there was a guy doing background checks or trying to do or trying to sell guns with no background check at the show. I said, "Oh, buddy, you playing with fire with that one, bro." I'm talking about this is my private collection. Yeah,
You in the
Well, Breon, we never figured out. We never figured out who it was, but if we find out, we'll let you know for sure.
Well, I'm sure Virginia State Police gonna find out.
Yeah, everybody knew.
I sure did. Because if we had to pay the money to get our FFL, so do you, motherfucker. Damn right. As soon as somebody told me, "Oh, I'm snitching,"
Absolutely.
So did.
Is that
Banks a snitch? Damn right.
that guy over there? Mm-hmm. Right there.
I said, man, somebody in here selling guns with no background check.
He really did though.
Who is it? Shit, I don't know, but he in here.
No, we actually had a customer come over complaining, man. So that's kudos to her, man.
Yeah, kudos to her. Yeah, that was a very responsible thing to do.
That's very, very responsible.
You know, and she told me so I could go snitch. Yeah,
she let your ass do all the dirty work.
Right? Why you could have easily passed by me and went up to the front and told somebody.
This one right here, from my private collection. It's a private collection.
Yeah, you gotta tell me, bro. Damn. But anyway, man. So yeah, keep your defense systems with you at all times.
Literally all times. We're not just saying that. We would never sell you nothing that we never, you know, we haven't shot. We would never tell you to do something that we haven't done. Or we've seen the scenarios way too much.
Ain't no way, bro.
I'm just running out to the store, and you know that's when it happens. You know, I'm sure at 10:30 at night, nobody was expecting for shots to ring out at Walmart. I'm sure a lot of people just went to Walmart, you know, and you know, I easily. So you know, never take. I'm just running into something for granted. If you carry legally and you got your firearm, and make sure you're carrying it, even if you got to run back to the house, because if running back, you know, to the house is going to cause you your life, then I'm gonna take the time to turn around and get my legal firearm.
Man, leaving out, you ain't gonna leave your phone at home.
Right.
Like, keep that pistol on you too. But yeah, man, you know, that was the biggest one. I mean, yeah, obviously so much other stuff didn't happen, but we really wanted to talk about, you know, what's close to home, you know, in this whole situation. But we got a few announcements, you know, to make as well, you know. First things first, right?
Hey, disclaimer before you get into that, Sean.
Nope.
I don't know what the ages of 12 and 19-year-olds are doing right now, but kids are going insane. I put in gun news, and I'm just going through looking. I feel like every day a high school, middle school, or elementary school is finding some type of firearm on a kid. It's insane right now. Mm-hmm. It is insane right now.
I mean, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Hey, look, a lot of this stuff though, man, you know, from what I'm seeing too, man, a lot of these kids, getting these guns off the street too, man.
Right.
Like not just from like left out guns from the house and stuff like that. Like kids literally know the plugs to get guns on the street. I'm like, hold on, bro. I was trying to get porn and nudie mags, bro.
Not porn, not nudie mags. Lord, he said a nudie mag.
Not the pack of pussy.
I mean nudie mags, bro.
I ain't never had no sweet potato pie.
Like, bro. Like I don't understand. These kids know where to get the weed, the heroin, guns.
Not the heroin.
Wait, did you just see when Breon posted? A 10-year-old shot his mother to death over a virtual reality headset. Whoa.
Hold up. Did y'all see the 10-year-old shot his mother to death over I didn't.
I did not see that.
Over a virtual reality headset. Somebody put up the story, please.
Damn. Wait a minute. Let me get on that real quick.
But yeah, I don't know, man. These kids, bro, they so advanced, bro. I'm like, and not necessarily all the time is in a good way.
It's technology, bro.
I mean, technology, yeah, but what they got the where the gun at app? You know what I'm saying? Where the plug at app? Well, yeah, I'm sure they do got the where's my plug at?
This happened in Milwaukee.
With kids, I mean, everybody like you 13, 14 strapped up with a joint, a gun, and a pack of condoms. I'm like, damn.
A joint, some condoms.
Like, bro, as parents, bro, like what we doing, bro? Like
with this man, bro.
Kid, I mean, your kid's damn near grown. But when Quincy get to 15, I'm like, bro, I don't know, man.
It's kind of weird, bro. You gotta roll with the times as it changes with their generation, but you gotta keep trying to reiterate and embed that traditional style of thinking in them to where they'll make the right choice. Because I mean, you're not gonna stop them and be able to restrict them from growing the way technology and everything in the world is growing. So it's not gonna happen. So they're gonna be exposed to it, especially you think about it when Quincy and Darrell and Kennedy and all the babies, they start going to school. They not with you 24/7. They gonna hear curse words, they gonna hear everything. Honestly, bro, when I think I was in the 6th grade, might have been the 7th grade. I didn't even know what skeet meant because I was just never exposed to it. You remember Lil John Joe? Skeet. I didn't even know what skeet meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I heard that at school. I didn't hear that at home. And so a lot of the shit that kids gonna hear, bro, everything is, And I feel like too, a lot of situations we see the kids are easily manipulated. Obviously with a 10-year-old kid shooting his mom, he ran that household anyway. I'm gonna just put that out there because it's no way. First of all, the VR machine's like $600, and you telling me a kid snaps on you. So if he's willing to snap on you over $600, that means he wasn't afraid to snap on his mom over $5.
Well, I just read the story. He wanted to buy something. I guess he wanted to buy that machine from Amazon, and she ended up waking him up early in the morning. It doesn't say why she woke him up early.
I'm about to play it.
Yeah. Whoa, that's kind of sick.
He knew guns could kill when he confronted his mother with one. The little boy initially told police it accidentally went off. We now know that's not the case. Stephanie Rodriguez joins us now with the details. And Stephanie, family members say this 10-year-old boy had rage issues his entire life.
Yes, and according to court records, they also feel terrible for not stepping in earlier, saying they knew that eventually something bad would happen.
I'm really sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for killing my mom.
That's what a 10-year-old Milwaukee boy told his family just before asking if his new virtual reality headset had arrived from Amazon. The very Amazon package court records show he ordered from his mother's account the day he allegedly killed the 44-year-old at this North 87th Street home with the gun he said he took from his mother's lockbox. That 10-year-old now facing 1 count of first-degree reckless homicide as an adult. He told investigators he was twirling his mother's gun around his finger when it went off. He then woke up his 26-year-old sister, who called the police. The little boy was able to stay with family because of his age, but the very next day, they called police with serious concerns, including a history of rage issues from the boy and him claiming to have 5 different imaginary people that talked to him. His family was aware he was seeing a therapist who gave him a, quote, concerning diagnosis. He later admitted he was mad at his mother for waking him up early that day and for not letting him buy something off Amazon. He says he was planning on shooting at the wall to scare her, and when she stepped in front of him, he shot her in the face. Absolutely heartbreaking, as you said, Jessup. Now his bond is $50,000, and he's due in court on December 7th. Live in the newsroom, Stephanie Rodriguez, CBS 58 News.
White people, I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all kids will kill y'all.
My wife got me the 23andMe test for Christmas, and I was very surprised to find that I had one of the 2 variants that's associated with celiac disease. Immediately, I went to the doctor and told him about my...
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
So
wild.
already on the way he still killed him.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that she didn't get him the VR. It's the fact that he was mad that the VR headset hadn't came yet.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's fucking.
And they gonna say I was gonna shoot at the wall to scare her. I'm gonna say this right now as a disclosure.
What?
I don't care who listening. All my 4 can try. You
He
better
actually-
hit me the first time.
And when I was reading the story, he actually took
Milton.
He actually took the keys the night before to the gun, to the lockbox.
So he was aware that there was a firearm.
So he was aware that there was a firearm. He didn't just go happy.
And he not even probably just aware, but he definitely knew how to. The fact that even at 10 he knew where the key was. Obviously, his mom had to have told him that.
Right.
How to get into it, what to do, and the fact that he knew it was loaded because he said I was just trying to scare her and shoot at the wall.
Yeah,
so he knew the gun was loaded.
Supposedly, he put the story like he was twisting the gun around and he accidentally went off. He wanted to shoot his mom.
I bet you it was a Glock.
Tried as an adult at 10? God damn.
Oh, yeah. That boy booty hole already gone, man.
I mean, bro, what in the hell?
I hate to say that about a 10-year-old. My condolences.
Can you tell me your name?
Yeah,
Milton?
To be honest, though,
Your last name.
he may end up going to a psych ward depending
How
on
old are you,
how they
Milton?
do it.
6.
Milton, do you know why you're here?
Yes.
If he's
Why
been
are you
mentally
here?
diagnosed,
Because I'm a bad kid.
What?
The fact that the reason I say that, King, because if you listen to what he
I do
said,
bad things.
I was trying to scare her. I was twirling the gun, whatever. Obviously, he took the keys the night before. If he's admitted to all that, obviously he's competent enough to know exactly what he was doing. They're not gonna put him in no damn psych ward.
I guess because they
He's
said
very
he has
competent of what he was doing, though.
people talking to him. I think that's the biggest thing. And at the end of the day, he's still 10, so they're gonna look into that.
Every fucking serial killer in the last 20 years has said people were talking to them. And all the motherfuckers, if you can stand trial, which obviously this little kid can.
Mhm.
I hate to say it because he's 10. I have a 10-year-old, but he can stand trial. And the fact that he knew, so it wasn't like it wasn't like all of this was accidental, right? The fact that he said I was just twirling the gun and it accidentally went off, which means he knew where his finger was. And then at the end of the day, he said, I was just going to shoot at the wall. So that means he already had intentions to know to use the gun, right?
Yeah. I'm about to say the kid's smart. I mean, ain't no.
He had intentions on using the gun.
You know, well, 100%. But yes, I mean, the kid's fucked up in the head, but he's very, very intelligent. So he knew.
If he had a psych ward and he's had people are saying that he heard voices in his mouth.
What kind of bad things do you do?
I don't listen to my grandmother, and I hurt people. And
Why would the mother show him how to where the gun was and how to unload it and if it was loaded or not. If you know your kid has issues.
I mean, because to be completely honest, she probably didn't assume her kid will pull a gun on her. If I had to assume.
Regardless, if your kid has issues, like anger issues, I'm going to show him how to disarm and let him know what a gun is and if it's loaded or not.
That's why his first time being mad at his mother.
Oh yeah, no question. They ain't the first time being mad at his mom like that. No, he didn't escalate it to that point. He didn't kick her between the legs, punched her, something.
Well, that's why I say if he's willing to act like this over VR, this isn't the first time he's done this. Obviously. Yeah. This kid is very competent. He knows what he's doing. Like he knows exactly. He's like his comprehension skills are there. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Breon said, didn't he ask if his headset had arrived after his mom was already? Really?
First of all, that fucked up.
Wow.
See, the kid's possessed. I mean, because if he asks, hey, where the hell's my package at? After he didn't kill his mom, like, yeah, that's
exactly. He's not going to jail. He'll probably go to a psych ward if he's like that.
No, I'm telling you, bro, he's not going to no psych ward. He can stay in trial.
Oh no, bro. Like, he probably can stand trial, right? I won't deny that, but the fact that it's like obviously the dude has some sort of social what's the shit called? He's a sociopath.
Sociopath. Well, that might be more so schizophrenia.
Yeah, like he knows what the fuck he's doing, but has no idea. Well, I don't know. How is that shit described? Like, you know what the fuck you're doing, but you just feel nothing. Like you fucking doing it. I want what I want. I don't know.
Lack of ass whoopings. That sound like to me.
I don't know. I'm whooping Quincy ass and allegedly, and this boy hard headed as hell, man. I don't fucking get it.
Well, this generation.
Hey, bro, you pushed the TV down the stairs today. I said, bro.
No, he did not.
Wait, the one you game on?
No.
Oh,
no,
Jesus.
So we were at my aunt's house.
Oh, God.
And she was returning the TV to Walmart, right? She bought the wrong TV. And I boxed it back up. I set it, and I shouldn't have set the shit right there to begin with. Next thing I know,
oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. It begs us like, I don't even want to turn around. I ain't even going to turn around.
Oh, my God, bro. I said, this dude, man. But anyway, go ahead, bro. A little side story.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know. I just think, like I said, I just based on what we saw and what they showed and what the kids stated, I don't think he's gonna go to no psych ward.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we know nowadays that's the first thing everybody plead is mental illness.
I mean, all I can say,
which man, I mean, you can plead it though. Mental illness is a thing.
We gonna keep updated with LaMilton and see what
he probably shot his mom over his name. Though.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but this is LaMilton if I ever seen LaMilton.
LaMilton.
And we like to do bad things with his friends. But no, I want to keep an eye on this story though, and see what comes of it. They want to charge him. And how old is he again? You said 10?
10 years old. They looking to charge him as an adult.
That's a tough one.
I mean, if I'm correct, they might try to give him the option to do at least 8 years or whatever amount of time in juvie. Then put him in general population in the actual federal prison or wherever they send him.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, right, Breon. It was like that when I opened the box. Fooling well with my son. Yeah, that was the first thing I said. As soon as I heard, bro, he ain't reached the bottom of the stairs. I was like, yep, it was like that when I opened the box.
That's funny.
Oh man. Listen, man. we're gonna get up out of here and we're gonna call it. But a couple things, right? We got classes this weekend. You know, anybody trying to get their concealed weapon permit?
Let's get it.
Come on through. All right, Saturday at 10 a.m. Ladies only at 2 p.m.
2 a.m. Oh Lord, who teaching that class?
2 p.m. It's called Tactical After Dark.
Hey, shout out. Hey, speaking of, shout out to the homie that took the class yesterday. He said y'all do night vision rifle classes. I said, damn, wait a minute, hold on.
Looking at Lucas from T-Rex arms.
He did. He was like, y'all do night vision classes. I was like, what?
Not night vision rifle classes.
That boy came in and get his concealed.
No. Not yet. Not until we get our range open. Then yeah, we will.
I'm gonna say it will happen. I was like, just now, not right now. It was funny.
Go ahead and give us that $300K loan that we need, and we'll make it happen. Virginia Tactical is now into private security. So if you got any events, birthday parties, money exchanges, what else? You need us to come with you, picking up that item from Offer Up.
Hell, ain't no bull. We'll be right there.
Strip clubs, whoever.
You know, that's actually on my bucket list to throw somebody out of a club and or bar. So I will actually love to throw somebody out of a strip. That really is on my bucket list.
It's overrated, bro.
I just want to throw one out, just toss his ass, and never come back again. End of discussion.
Hey man, say man. Where your mask at, man?
Why you gotta yell in the mic? But yeah. Hey, right. We trying to get that Walmart contract.
Ain't no bull.
You know, we're gonna work on that too. So if you know any folks looking for private security,
King would be the only one of us sitting in that joint with a shirt with 3 buttons down. King would be sitting at the front joint with the aviators on.
Ain't no
How you doing? Welcome to Walmart.
Look,
chewing gum. How you doing? Welcome to Walmart. Literally in Walmart with sunglasses on. That'd be King, bro. How you doing?
What do you do? You work here, sir? Yeah, I'm securing shit.
Look, you already know how King think. First of all, let me get it straight. I don't work for Walmart. Walmart is partnered with me. Okay,
right.
I don't work for them.
I'm securing shit.
I'm secure. Hey, that's gonna be our motto.
Hey,
we secure shit.
You know what? No cap though. That sound like you know. That sound like a company name somebody started in the hood and that shit took off. And we secure shit.
Have some high code names. Oh yeah, that's no talking. Who is that, Mr. No Talking?
We need to trademark that now before somebody take it.
Securing shit.
Facts. It's been stamped.
We need to trademark that shit now. Hashtag we secure shit. And I'm gonna put it on the shirt this time. But anyway, man,
you know.
We're gonna get back at it. What else? I think that's it, man. That's all. That's all until next week. Hopefully, ain't no craziness happened since next.
God, please no.
We'll see though. There's been some law changes and stuff like that in a few different states. We'll try to cover that stuff next time as well.
Maryland still got the stupidest damn law changes.
But yeah, man. Otherwise, you know, my birthday is in 49 minutes. Yeah, man. We're gonna have a good time. Hey, bro.
We gonna get lit. I'm just kidding. I'm drinking water.
To end on a serious note, man. Hope everybody, you know, take what we said and you know, you really listen to it, you know, especially, you know, everybody that's, that has their concealed and is carrying and sometimes forget, like please try not to forget. And if you do, go back to the house, because there's a lot of copycats out here. So after that shooting that happened in Chesapeake, there was a number of shootings that happened in Food Lions and another Walmart as well. So really take what we're saying, and really kind of do your research as well. Don't believe us, do your own research.
Be safe. Love all you guys. Appreciate the support as always. And thank y'all for tuning in every Tuesday ish.
Damn. Sean about to be 18 again.
Yeah, right. Tell my back there. Good night.